This one's for you, DJ Drongo.
Oh no!
A very special thank you to Kurinnaxx for the support. It's much appreciated. Welcome back to Longo Arcade Gaming. I'm your host, DJ Drongo, and today I'll be playing Longo, my disciplined smite priest. Alongside me are a couple of guildies, Kurinnaxx, Wetfire, Achilles, Nobleman, and Burrito. And welcome to the first episode of smooth PvP commentary over some sweet beats. The goal of these videos is to document my play as a priest so that I may improve. I also want to have these videos to look back on as the moments that make classic WoW so special. As you may have already seen, my opener was not too strong here. I'm gonna get LOS'd around this corner, and although I popped the majority of my cooldowns, unfortunately my positioning was not in my favor. The things that I'd like to improve on are my engages, my positioning, the priority of targets that I'd like to kill, and survivability overall. I think that as a priest it's pretty difficult, but if you play well, you can always increase the amount of time that you can remain surviving and alive. I managed to save the tank here, calling for him to come down the graveyard side, but unfortunately I end up getting distracted by the warlock. I believe that I'm able to take him down here. I should have run behind the tank and continued to heal him as he's getting away from me now. And the warlock will silence me, fear me, and essentially control me until he receives backup. Once the backup is there, I'll end up dying and releasing. I will also periodically be playing the comms that we've had just to illustrate what we may have been talking about at the time if it fits the narrative.
Where's the flag? Oh, it's over there. Forget it, boys. Go kill the flag. I'll stay with Sebby.
Where is it?
It's going to the ramp. It'll be above me. Hell.
This is where I'll begin to practice the act of drinking on the global cooldown so that I don't have to sit, rather continue moving and regain mana as if I was drinking. I time it well a couple times and eventually we start talking about it because I'm gloating about how awesome this is as I'm doing this for the first time and it's working out fairly well, having got to full mana.
What the fuck is that?
Yep.
That's crazy. How you doing that?
It goes through waters like crazy.
Oh, you're full mana. Yeah.
Drinking on the global cooldown will allow you to keep up with your flag carrier and prevent your positioning from being exposed due to your need of mana. And keep in mind, you're going to want to talk to a mage before and load up because it blows through waters real fast. We'll begin to get ready for another fight as I place bubbles, preemptive bubbles on my allies. I expect for them to be walking in at any moment. The reason for my camera positioning in this way is so that if I do get mind vision by the enemy team, they can't immediately tell that I'm on the roof with the flag carrier. The element of surprise, I would hope to have it in our favor, but as the battle begins to progress, you'll see that unfortunately our positioning gets us once more. Fair fight though. It was a good thing that I preemptively placed shadow protection on Wetfire and Achilles as we now engage on a warlock and shadow priest. I immediately place Shadow Word Pain and try to go for a Holy Fire, which I interrupt so that I can dispel the bubble off to ensure that Wetfire and Achilles can get their damage in. I try and fear the Warlock here, which I do end up getting luckily. As the Shadow Priest drops, unfortunately, this is only the first wave of what's about to hit us. This is unfortunately where our positioning betrays us. Having gone for the Warlock, we've exposed ourselves to the two new combatants. The mage in the back has popped his cooldowns and pretty much one-shots Achilles. Luckily, our team manages to retrieve the flag, but it doesn't really get any better for the next couple of minutes.
Alright.
Oh, we got the horde flag though.
Keep home.
Nice.
Keep.
Priest buffs will destroy my mana. I end up using inner focus as I power word fortitude in preparation for a fight. As you can see, I'm trying to mind my positioning, staying away from my targets, keeping an ally between me and them, and hopefully using line of sight to my advantage. All I really have to do is bubble Achilles or place a renew on him, avoid control, and stick with him to the best of my ability.
There's no BRE here, and the mage is not here. Oh, there's a BRE. He's on me. The BRE is on me.
I tried to spread Shadow Word Pain around in hopes for a stun, dispelling as well, but unfortunately
Everybody's
we get
on me.
overrun here.
They're gonna cap this one if I die.
Alright, so they capped, and at this point, some of the Battleground members, specifically one, is beginning to doubt. I mean, it's a lot of us from the same server, we're losing, we're not too good of a pre-made, but this is a case, I hope, for why you shouldn't give up and keep going. Cast Shadow Word Pain in hopes of a stun proc, and I dispel and focus on healing Burrito with a flash heal. I do end up prayer of a healing so that I can restore all of our health, but this is where more of them begin to destroy us. In hindsight, after reviewing the video, I realized that the power infusion made me go more aggressive, targeting enemies instead of my allies for heals. If I would have thrown Nobleman and Burrito a heal, it could have allowed them to live, which would have given me some additional firepower in the long term. Unfortunately, the Warlock deletes me.
We got him trapped.
I'm coming out of the ramp.
Achilles and I don't make it out of this one. Resist the fear. I barely save him. I mean barely. The damage is too much within the silence. It's pretty much death.
Oh, Sammy. Yeah, no. They're good players, bro. Like really good players. They CC your healers and they kill me.
Introducing Kurinnaxx with the run speed sword.
All going down center tunnel.
Alright, so he sticks the landing, he grabs the flag, I hit him with a quick power world shield, and myself as well. Inner fire, little shadow protection, and we run into a mage, a surprise mage that sheeps me, but thankfully Kurinnaxx turns around and begins to engage, and we get a little bit of backup, which is always appreciated.
Run speed sword. Oh, execute. Nice.
We got some spicy dispels going on as Kurinnaxx continues to run the flag down the ramp. He decides to opt out of the graveyard, and Achilles, trailing right behind them, actually ends up picking up the flag. We're in good looks here. Maybe we might have a back cap from the Horde side. Achilles running down the ramp with Longo and Trail. Plenty of DPS to back him up. Let's see how this turns out.
I'm
Parece que
Warlock
tienen
mid,
el
that Warlock
campo
is very
abierto. Eligen ir por el lado izquierdo mientras que
I'll
Aquiles
meet you up
sigue
at the
con
reds.
la bandera. No se encuentran con ningún tipo de oposición en el momento y siguen corriendo hacia el punto, pero ahí viene uno, vienen dos, vienen tres jugadores defensores. El Longo se prepara con una burbuja. No, aparentemente lo tienen debajo de control. No puede gilear a Aquiles. Aquiles va a tener que encontrar una manera de deshacerse de todos esos enemigos. Está en muy mala posición. Sigue, no tiene trinket. Aparentemente sí, ha elegido usar el trinket. Parece que quizás le va a dar poder un heal a Aquiles. Está bien, intenta la situación. Longo tratando de usar el line of sight. Aquiles se la está muriendo, siguiendo con los gileos, pero aparentemente es demasiado damage y baja. Y no, desafortunadamente los dos equipos pierden la bandera. Hemos reseteado de nuevo, caballeros. Aquiles, con el movimiento aumentado, sigue hacia la bandera. Se encuentran sin oposición. Recoge la bandera con el movimiento aumentado. Todavía se encuentra Aquiles, Panax, Longo que le pone burbuja a Aquiles. Se han encontrado con un Warlock. A ver si se te devuelven y le van a destrozar la vida al Warlock. Aparentemente no va a tener suficiente y muerto con un Holy Fire de Longo. Increíble cómo están jugando. Es como otro equipo que estamos viendo. Siguen por el túnel. Panox, Aquiles, Longo, a ver si se encuentran con más enemigos. Tienen la bandera. El equipo enemigo también tiene la bandera. Longo intenta de tomar agua para restaurar el mana. Aquiles, cargando la bandera, elige correr por el centro del campo, no tiene miedo. Longo detrás de él poniéndole Shadow Protection. Panox listo para disponer a cualquiera que se encuentre con ellos en su Raptor de ZG. Tienen el campo todavía abierto, siguen sin ningún tipo de intercepción. ¿A dónde está el equipo enemigo? ¿Dónde está la defensa?
Those pallies, man.
Pasan como perro por su casa sin ningún inconveniente. Aparentemente van a poder entrar al túnel. No tienen ningún tipo de oposición. Ahora sí se está entrando un Warlock. Le sigue otro Warlock, Longo, preparándose, poniéndole Shadow Word Pain. Aparentemente Longo tiene que hacer algo aquí. Le va a dar un tremendo Fear y le dice a Aquiles, inmediatamente métete en el túnel, quítale el LOS y vámonos que no tenemos tiempo. Tenemos demasiada gente encima de mí. Longo intentando, no tiene, está counter spelled. Le pone un renew a Aquiles. Está intentando ponerle otra burbuja. Hace un Holy Nova para que no le puedan interrumpir. Se pone Power Infusion. Siguen adelante. Le dice a Aquiles, tienes que correr porque aquí muere Longo. Resurrección. Se monta en el mount. Inmediatamente comienza a correr hacia Aquiles. Le quiere poner lo que sea una burbuja, un renew, un flash heal, cualquier cosa que asegure que él pueda entregar la bandera. No tiene ningún enemigo. Este sería el momento. Estamos viendo lo que es el primer banderazo del equipo de la Horda. Continúa el banderazo de Aquiles.
Can't help it.
Bro, as soon as I see
During
the
this
warrior
engage,
PRE
unfortunately,
and
I
the
did
mage on
not
me,
see
I'm
the
like, fuck,
hunter,
that's not gonna be
and
able to hit me.
he just yeeted me. I mean, completely demolished me.
Got silence.
I'll jump on the hunter next time.
Prepare yourself, viewer, for some very bad priest play. Zero positional awareness. None. Right into the belly of the beast. Dead. Kaput. Dirt nap.
I don't know why they're choosing the pages.
I got warlocks on my ass.
UFC went ramp.
And running.
The enemy went on the side ramp. On their side.
I'm gonna go through the middle tunnel to get to him. Try and go for it.
Jeez, I just got fucking pranked.
Alright, it looks like we're in the clear. I dispelled myself from slows on the way in. Made sure that Achilles was taken care of. our infusion burned in, our focus burned. We're going to try and set up defensively, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to get the enemy flag carrier soon and cap again. Since we knew that there was a lot of enemy probably coming up the tunnel and definitely outside, we just decided to hole in a cubby and just wait it out.
Let's go to the roof. Fuck, let's stay. Let me know so I can get ready to cap.
Nah, it's just me.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Oh shit. DRE's here, boys.
What you are about to see is the beginning of the end for this poor warrior. F in the chat.
Bruh.
We're gonna go to roof now.
Did my vision thing? Oh shit, let's help him. Help Noble. I'm gonna get on the wall, looks heavy.
Oh fuck. Interrupt, come on. Almost got him.
Going towards EFC. Now.
Got him.
Me and him.
Fuck! Yeah, oh, I got him.
Nice.
Yeah, we good.
Nice.
I'm death coil.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
He's going out, Tono.
Are you serious? It fucking crashed.
Oh my god. It's a mage going out, Tono. You guys should be easily.
Yeah, I could have had him, but my
Yeah, you're
I
here
got
standing.
flying crashed.
Yeah, Pana's got him. I'm gonna come. Panas.
Nice.
I mean, that warlock got lucky with the death coil of the century, but thankfully we recovered, killed the mages that stole the flag, and now we really stand a chance to win the game and turn the beat around. Pretty confident that this was my favorite moment of the battleground when I healed the flag carrier, used everything I had. You'll see for yourself now as the game concludes. I want to thank you guys for watching. I appreciate the recent support, all of the comments, the views, the likes. Thank you so much. I'm having a great time. And you already know who this is. This is DJ Drongo signing out. No se lo pierdan el próximo video. Hasta la próxima. Gracias.
Almost got him.
I'm entertaining the whole Emily team here. Everybody's on top of me right now. Got a cap to win. They all stayed on me in the tunnel, dude. I'm really
Let's go.
Killing blows
Nice.
mean shit when we win.
Yeah.
Revered with Warsong Gulch, baby. Let's go.
Congrats.
Oh.